Alrighty, tribe. It is the weekend, August 3rd and 4th, 2019. Let us do an intuitive spread for what we might encounter this weekend and how to deal with it. This is not for any specific person or any specific zodiac sign. It is for the general collective, and if it calls for you, it's probably for you. The way readings typically work is they come out in the form of a story, but only like a 5-second clip will be relevant to each person. But it's kind of neat how that works out, right? It's like the web we weave together makes one big story, right? So calling in guides, angels, anyone from the highest good for the weekend for everybody. Let's see what we got. Woo. Oh my goodness. You don't say. So something that we have wished for, something that we have hoped for, something that we have been suffering in silence over, quietly waiting, quietly just dealing with, right? But the universe was listening. Your fairy godmother was listening. You've been heard. And right there, she has this apple, or I feel like when you take the bite of the gift, it appears. It's like the manifestation appears when you take the bite of the thing. Fairy godmother. I can't even talk. The spiritual connection. This is karma. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is like the Wheel of Fortune specific to relationships. This connection, it's like someone asked very specifically, I am ready for my new union. And but doing their own thing, being strong man about it, being like, okay, I'm ready, I'm willing, I have the space available, I've let go of old things, I am willing to accept. But silently, and just speaking alone with your, like, whoever you speak to, when you speak to silently, right? And they're like, okay, I have heard. Here it comes. Oh my. And it's a 6 too, so this is past life. There's a big bunch of my tribe, our tribe, collective group of folks who've been having like a telepathic communication with someone they knew in a different life. And I feel like it's, that's the wild. It's like somebody was feeling, I heard missing. It's like, ooh, and I'm covered in chills, like this other person. So you have one person wishing and hoping and whatever, and thinking about this person that they love. Or and some of you may not have even put a specific face on it, but either way, the universe heard it, but the other person is coming forward all hot and bothered. I mean, this is fiery heat, passion. This is sticky. It turns things to slime. It's so hot. You know how like when you like melt metal and it like turns into goo? Look down there. He's so hot that he's melting that thing that he's standing on. But he also talks about it being impulsive, and that's what I'm saying. It's almost like the gift is they come to the feminine and they're like, take a bite of the apple. If you're really willing to receive, take a bite of the apple. And the feminine's like, hell's yeah, takes the bite, and then all of a sudden this masculine's like, oh God, I need her now. I need her now, right now. Impulsive, like look at his face. He could not be any more serious if he tried. It's you. Almost like being put under a spell, but maybe not. Just in a way of like this is the scarab, this is the ten of fire. They can't take it anymore. Because I think whatever this has been for this masculine, or whoever this part's resonating for, this is somebody who has had this feeling. This is not new. It's not like just out of nowhere. They're like, oh, maybe I might like this person. This is somebody who has been fantasizing, dreaming about, like, also, what's funny is that for both parties in this, whoever I'm connecting with right now, have been doing this thing in silence, alone. Not telling friends, and if they are, the friends are like sincere confidants that wouldn't spread their stuff around. Just like, you know, feeling the feels, but in a way of burden. Like, why do I feel this way about this person? And wow, yeah, they're on my mind again, and that is really annoying. And why can't I get them off their mind? And now it's kind of like the fairy godmother comes in and she's like, you've got it wrong. She's like, they're not annoying you. They're on your mind because you're not listening to the universe. You're supposed to love them passionately. And the masculine is like, they can't, it's almost like they're being driven by some kind of primal urge that they can't control. Yeah, wow. He is so thirsty, he can't get enough. He's been walking out in the desert. He's been out in the hot, hot, hot sun. He has been hanging out with all those camels, but he's over here looking at this mirage, which is this, saying, that's what I want. Because whatever else that he's dealing with, the universe has come in and made it 10 of swords, 10 of branches. Too much, over, death, done. And he's like, I can't take it anymore. I am so thirsty for this one particular person. I gotta get a drink to cool down. Baby, I need a hit. Gimme it. Right? Britney bitches. Can't get enough. Cannot get enough. Has to have some. Cannot be quenched. There's nothing else that can quench the thirst of this camel except for this one particular drink. Can't get enough. But in one way or another, we're hesitant to potentially make an offer. This is purple. This is, what is the energy of purple? I've seen purple when I was dealing with the goddess of the wood. Michael is blue. Raphael is green. Is it Gabriel? I feel like the color purple is important. I might look that up and put something on the community section because there's something about the energy with the purple here. Oh, that's throat chakra stuff, right? You're going to need to speak up in order to, but I feel like this person is a little bit hesitant because they're afraid they might get rejected, probably because they're probably the Knight of Rods. They're probably like that. And I think that this, feminine may come off as a little, I don't play that game, or I'm not going to play that game, or that's the only game I'm willing to play with you. Because now I feel like, at this point, you have the masculine who is in one way or another being overridden either spiritually or just biologically or both, with the need and the urge to essentially penetrate this feminine. Like, cannot stand it anymore. And you have this feminine who is being told by the universe he's coming, probably in both ways, right? And what it's doing is gluing this foundation together. It's bringing in this karmic relationship. It's what you asked for. You wanted this person. This is how they're driven. They're driven by this, and you've got it going on. But there's defensiveness there. I'd like to find out a couple of things here in the extended. I want to know why the masculine is driven by sex. I want to know why the feminine is getting this knowledge that it's some kind of gift, that this sex is like supposed to be a union, when typically women are supposed to know that if someone tells you it's just sex, it's probably just sex. And then we've got the masculine having 2 tens, 2 endings. And then we have a moment of being like, maybe a little standoffish to starting something with this masculine, because it's very clear what he wants, right? So let's go find out. So for those of you who are not coming to Vimeo for this weekend, what you can expect is va-va-voom on the real ski coming from the masculine. But for the rest of us, let's go find out exactly how and why and when and who and howza. So the link for Vimeo is right below. Go ahead and click on that. It's a great platform. Let's head on over there together and figure it out, okay? Until next time, have a good one. Bye, tribe.